Hello, and welcome to a brand new day of pay-to-play here on Magic the Gathering Arena. Get the dish on the latest with me, Lord Rumfish. Wait a minute, did I say pay-to-play? Oh, I bought these Hot Pockets, now I remember. Right. So in the United States of America, there's a promotion going on where if you buy a 12-pack of Hot Pockets or 6 2-packs of Hot Pockets, you can unlock a deck. Now, from what I read online, it seemed like they were going to theme the different colors of decks to the different flavors of Hot Pockets. That could be wrong, though. It might be that this is the first deck that's come out, because it's the only one whose deck list I saw revealed. So maybe you could buy any flavor of Hot Pocket and get this deck, and then in a month or two, this deck will rotate out and it'll go on to another deck. I'm not sure. I went ahead and got the croissant ham and cheese Hot Pockets because it said that product was linked with this deck. And I'm going to go ahead and explain the process of how I got it. Now, I am not sponsored in any way. I'm not sponsored by Hot Pockets or Wizards of the Coast or anything. I just heard about the promotion. I decided I would see if it was real or not, how hard it was to do. So I tried to upload the receipt with my phone to their website. Ended up not going through. I contacted their help. Their help is actually pretty good. They respond kind of in the middle of the night. I think maybe it's outsourced to India. The person I was corresponding with was named Pooja. Pooja. Their help actually seemed very helpful. And, I bought it a few days ago, but I kept getting messages back from them as this process continued. I eventually said they'd successfully received my receipt images, and then I went and registered on their website. So I had to put down my name, my phone number, and my address. And then I had to go into my Wizards account on the Wizards website. And lo and behold, I finally redeemed the code. So, this deck is called Vivien's Hunt. And let's see, you get 2 Vivien on the Hunt, which in my green deck building toolbox guide, I went to bat for Vivien. While she might not be as good as the new Nissa, I think this is actually a pretty good Planeswalker, and I'm excited to build with it. So, let's see, we got this full art forest. That's kind of cool. Tovolar's Huntmaster. This is a good card. It never quite found a proper home. Werewolf decks in Standard ended up being more low to the ground. But, for 6 mana, this puts 10 power and toughness onto the field, and if it's nighttime, it does more than that. So I think it's a perfectly serviceable card. Workshop Warchief is just great. So, you can play it 4/5, just gain you 3 life, and then the opponent has to clear it out as a blocker. If they don't exile it, it'll turn into another blocker. You can also blitz it out to draw a card and potentially kill a Planeswalker or something. It's a very good card. Augur of Autumn. This is a very solid 3-drop. You've got good odds of hitting some extra land off of it, and if you get the Coven turned on, which isn't too hard to do, then you can start playing everything off the top of your library until you get stuck on your land drops for the turn. Augur of Autumn's good. Well, let's see, we've got some commons and uncommons here. Death Toucher's nice. Vigilance Trample, you could do worse. Deathbloom Gardener. This card probably will get, for Constructed, outshone a bit by 2 mana rampers, because what you really want is the mana ramp, and you want it as early as possible. So even though a Death Toucher is a better body on the battlefield, I think you would rather ramp on turn 2 than 3. Like with this Orochi Merge-Keeper. This is a way you can ramp on turn 2. I highlighted a couple of better cards than this in my, deck building toolbox guide for green, but this one's alright too. It's playable. Alright. So what I'm going to do now... let me just check out the store real quick. It's always a good idea to jump into the store and look at the daily deals. Sometimes there'll be, 500 gold for the cost of 50 gold, or gems for the cost of gold. Or there'll be a booster pack on a discount sale. It's always good to take a look, see if there's something there. Alright, got a couple of these Crimson Vow booster packs from doing the quick draft recently. Put out the videos about that. Let's see what I got in here. Okay, hopeful initiate. So this is the new Vivien's Hunt deck, displayed out in all of its glory. Let's see, you've got Graaz, Unstoppable Juggernaut, Howlpack Piper, Gaea's Courser, Titan of Industry, Jewel Thief, Gala Greeters, Epic Confrontation, Giant Growth. Yeah, so you get this full 60 card deck, and it's got 26 lands. It's playable out of the box, as it is. But I am happy to take this deck and tear it apart into its component pieces. So, let me go ahead and play a game or two since I'm here, since I'm highlighting this, Hot Pockets Magic the Gathering pair-up product. We'll see if it can do any work on the ladder. This is kind of like a good starter deck. It's got, a decent number of mythics and rares in it. I guess I'll keep it. You can get away with a 3-drop as your first play when you're on the play. Up against Andre Guerrero. Looks like they've got some of the unhinged art, which I highlighted this in an earlier video. If you go online to look up all the special promo codes you can put into the Magic store, not only do you unlock a ton of booster packs, you can also unlock some cosmetics. These card sleeves are some of the cosmetics you can unlock with some of those promotional codes they gave out for free for the MTG Arena store. Just go search for it online, free MTG Arena codes. You'll find this stuff. I am not sure if the opponent is here. Could be a disconnect. I'm gonna shut up for a minute and just cut the video in case it's a disconnect. Okay, the opponent showed up at the 11th hour. It could still have been a disconnect and they happened to show up at the right time. We will choose to think well of our opponent in this case. Give them the benefit of the doubt. Blood-Tide Harvester. It's a solid one. Let's see, Jewel Thief. I think I'll lead on the creature that's the stronger battlefield presence here. Also, they could choose to sack the Harvester to kill the Deathbloom Gardener. So in this case, they had to spend like a real removal spell to clear the way around the attack. Okay, play a Deathbloom Gardener. I could also play this Orochi Merge-Keeper. Let's see, next turn I'll have 4, 5, 6, 7. I'm not going to mess with it. I will keep the treasure token where it is. Okay, I've got it cut down. Alright. So I'm looking at 6 mana here. Got to take a mirror break. Play the Orochi Merge-Keeper. 6, 7. So I can hit 8. So even if they kill this creature, I'm still going to hit Titan of Industry. Okay, they targeted. Yeah, go for the threat. It's very aggressive. They might be sorry they've spent premium removal. Okay. So, I would love to blow up this Reckoner Manchester, but I think it's more important to make absolutely certain they don't start getting value off of your Reflection of Kiki-Jiki token. Actually, it's not a token, it's this enchantment on the other side. Okay, they haven't run out of cards yet. Do you want to trade your fully charged Bank Buster for my full floor? That's ridiculous. That is just ridiculous. They shouldn't do that. That's not a good trade. That was a very poor choice. Okay, Corpse Advisor.
Concrete jungle sounds like my kind of place.
Now this is a constructed deck, so their deck could be removal the deck, right? They could have, like, I don't know, 20 removal spells that they've put into this deck. They could do that. Lost to a very greedy deck. Oh well, flooded out a bit. I would say this deck's not bad for being like an intro deck, right? I just took this out on the ladder, right? Against like a real Grixis opponent. And I think if we had flooded out a little bit less, it would have done just fine. Okay, so it's time for my disclaimers about getting this Hot Pockets product. Let's pull up the deck again here. Okay, Vivien's Hunt. So, my warning to you, the viewer, my disclaimers. So, this Hot Pockets product that I bought cost $15.49 before tax. Now, normally if I was going to buy myself like a food thing to heat up in the microwave, I'd get a sack of burritos. And a sack of burritos runs about $6 or $7. So you could argue that the Hot Pockets maybe are more filling, right? It said there were 250 calories. Or, no. 260. They said there were 260 calories. And the burritos that I usually buy in that quantity are more in the range of 230 calories. So the Hot Pockets have about 10% more calories each. So they're about 10% more food than the burritos I'm talking about. But even then, you know, if the burritos were $7, and you can think of the Hot Pockets as being $8 worth of food by comparison, then that still leaves like $7.50 or more with tax, where you're paying this markup. I'm assuming for the name brand of it being a Hot Pocket, and also you get this deck if you do all the registration and jump through the hoops and everything, unlock it for your account. Which, as you can see, it does work. I did do it. I believe the promotion's only in the United States, void where prohibited, etc. I don't know that it's worth it. And I would also like to warn you that the Hot Pockets that I bought have 500 milligrams of sodium each, which I think the burritos that I would normally buy down in that range have more like 350 milligrams of sodium. The burritos are a better salt ratio to calories than the Hot Pockets are. You might not think much of that if you're young, but too much sodium intake greatly affects the health of your heart. You should take it seriously. Anyway, it remains to be seen whether I'm going to go get more of these Hot Pockets decks and try them out, but tune back in very soon and I'm going to be using Vivien on the hunt in a cool new deck idea that I've had. So, until then, stay cool.